It's go time. We're a little glowy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hunters of all ages, welcome to New England Reserve, the Granite update release day. Thank you for joining me. What a morning. Holy, what a morning. I have been bombarded with feedback and I love it. Thank you all so very much. What an overwhelming positive morning it's been. But through all this, with every release, we try to do our best to track anything that's happening to anybody. So please get into the support channel if you do have any issues. It's looking pretty good though. So let's get into this. What are we going to do today? We're going to talk about the patch notes. We're going to go over some of what's been brought to the DLC. I was surprised to hear some folks didn't know this was landing today. So we're going to cover some of that. And we're going to get your feedback. We're going to find out what everybody thinks, how it's been going, and so on and so forth. So yeah, good to see you all this morning, chat. Whew, release day is here. It's always a lot of fun leading up to these releases, and this one especially with all that is in this update. It is literally stacked and packed. Goodness, I tell you, it's been a fun ride. So I am on my live save. I have yet to open the map, so I'm just going to wander around while we talk. I've got the patch notes up. I've got a notepad here. I'm going to be taking notes from chat as well. I like to try and track this stuff as everything goes live. The do's and the don'ts, the good and the bad, as you would. And yeah, it's been holy, man. I tell you, release days are something else. You wake up, it's like Christmas morning. The excitement is tangible. So here we are on the map. I had this whole thing unlocked during the beta, and it was a lot of fun. But now I know where to go. I also know I'm not going to have hundreds of great ones running around on my map like we had in the beta, because I don't know, somebody had dev controls for a bit, and yeah, they're gone now. So let's head up the hill and let's get right into this. We're going to start with the patch notes, and there's a few things that as I dig in and I'm looking what was sort of been relayed. There was one change that I see did not make it into the patch notes that I learned about today. I actually caught wind of it initially by some of the chatter going on in our Discord community, and I saw it mentioned over on Reddit. So one of the updates, one of the changes, it's a little low key, and some are going to appreciate it, is the spook range has been adjusted, as it didn't really all jive quite well enough before for our I should turn sounds up. For our devs, they wanted to make some small improvements. So you'll notice that animals now are spooking at around, and don't quote me on this because I haven't tested it myself, but around the 280 mark or so from rifles. And so it's just to bring it all more in line. It's a small change, and it might actually help some, but it is a change, and it didn't make it into our patch notes. So I'm passing that info along to you folks, just so that everybody's all on the same page. Yeah. So, you're eating a Kit Kat. Nice. That the nutritional breakfast here, I tell you. What up, Mel's? How you doing? Good to see you, one of our partners right there. Thank you for coming out. Our mods, thank you very, very much. Killakai, how's it going? What's cracking? Good to see everybody this morning. Can we go over the skin DLCs? What's included, excluded, where, and so forth? Yes, absolutely. We will do that. I'm going to go over the patch notes first, and then we'll start getting into some of the nitty gritty. Let me run up here and grab this. Oh, look at you. Just like we're charge. Sorry. Scripted actors, they just wanted their 15 minutes of fame. Oh, goodness. Speaking of inline, it doesn't seem as powerful as it should. Frontal shots seem to be non-existent. Hatcha, I will say I noticed that there is a difference between it and the existing muzzleloader. I'm not experienced in the ways of the muzzleloader IRL. Holy cow, we found a... Wow. What is going on? Was there a party here and I wasn't invited? I'm crashing it right now. There needs to be differences between the weapons. And it is a different ammo, although it's still a 50 cal, so there will be some slight changes. I would urge you to also try out the expansion style ammo, because Not everything in the game is all about the polymer, and I've been hearing some good things this morning about how well the expansion was working. There are certain animals in game where expansion does actually work. In some cases, better than the polymer tip. New gun's great. Tyrone, it's beautiful, isn't it? I fell in love with the muzzleloader when it first arrived here in Call of the Wild. I still have not shot one IRL, so I get to live vicariously through the game. Big Maru, what's going on, Bigs? Big round of applause. The team has just been, it's busy. Let's put it like that. And Meg is the behind the scene hero these days that makes a lot of the things happen. So thank you, Meg, for all of your hard work. It is greatly appreciated. I know I speak on behalf of the community there because although everyone might not see the hands-on, I think a lot of them know where it's coming from. Love the skins. Nice. Diamond Moose off to new reserve. Did you really? Oh, man. So hey, how you doing? You've run into a bit of an issue here. Oh, we can spot him too. That's awesome. Oh, I know it's not just you, but Meg, you're here, and it's a big shout out to the team. I would love to name names, but there's too many to name. There was a lot of people that make these moving parts happen, and so big shout out. Big shout out to the team. It's been a very, very busy time with everything going on. Got a diamond whitetail and albino rabbit already. You're lighting it up, Tony. Nice, well done. Man, I know I miss having her on the streams too. Hey, we're community driven. If you guys were to start giving the gears, maybe we could get her out someday. She's sitting back going right now. Damn it, Beard. Like she's got time. Okay, we'll head over here, and then we'll take a look at the weapon skins once we get there. So if you've had a chance to explore the map, I would love to hear in the Discord where you find your new favorite spots to be. As many of you know, I've really grown attached to the waterways, and they are quite action-packed. Some of the best spots for the likes of Moose, although those northern lakes are really good too. And just getting out to explore it, finding all those red fox has been a treat because they're floofy and gorgeous, and that's all in the patch notes. So we'll get going on that. Okay, I'm gonna try and not run into trees. Let's go. Let me take a look here and pull up our lovely update, the Granite update. If you want to view this, you can go check it out on our website, a beautiful website that a lot of work has been going into. Let's start at the top, my friends. One of the most anticipated for our next-gen console players is, in fact, the 60 FPS that has arrived on the next-gen consoles. Now, so many of you have been reaching out and saying how much better it is, but just so you're aware, and you might be one of these folks, I've seen in our Discord a handful of folks having a discussion that they thought something had changed. In fact, I'm going to move this over here so I can continue to watch where I'm going. You guys can check it out on the website and read along with me if you like. There wasn't anything done to the graphics whatsoever on console. That's nothing to do with, or on PC for that matter in this update. But the frame rate was unlocked to 60 FPS. So that is literally the only change over there. I spoke with our QA about this for the few that were talking about it, and I can't stress enough. Check your resolution. Make sure that your resolution settings are optimal for your gameplay, because I know you guys I think you could scale to 4K. I don't have an next-gen console. I'm not that blessed. I hope to get my hands on one. Would have been nice for the Apex Hunter comp. I've got the old ones, and they work fine. But nonetheless, so I just wanted to touch base on that as I'm trying to track whatever people are saying, and the good, the bad, the ugly, the gorgeous. So I'm going to try and go over some of that just in case. But again, if you are one of those folks that seems to be having that issue, let's all get together on Discord and try and figure out. But first, please check your settings. Check your graphic settings. Okay. Now let's just see before I carry on. Okay, not missing. Let's go. So with that, we have also got, and this is a really popular one, as many of you know by now, the animal backfilling across the other reserves. It's exciting. It's great to see some of the animals making appearances on the other maps that are in those regions. It's been long requested, and it was something that the devs were very, very pleased to get done for this update. We've got the ringneck pheasants, which you're going to find on Hirschfelden. and Quattro Colinas. Nice additions there. The pheasant's actually a really fun hunt. I recommend checking them out if you haven't. Miriam Turkey over on Leighton Lakes. That's my backyard. That adds some ambiance, if you know what I'm saying. I love getting out there and checking it out. The turkeys are a great addition, in my opinion. Grey Wolf and Capercaillies are over on Medved. I have yet to check this out. I would love your feedback. As we know, when predators are on a map, it changes the hunt. It makes it more challenging. Hello, turkey skeets. It makes it way more challenging. I don't have anything to shoot you. Don't give me anything nice. Oh, man alive. The Eurasian Widgeon is making an appearance over on Virunga Savannah. That's going to be an interesting addition, as we just haven't had that style of hunt on the Savannah, so that could be pretty cool. Collared Peccary has come to Parque Fernando, which will also change the face of the hunt over there. I highly recommend getting back to good old PF and checking it out. We have a lot of fans of Fernando in here. If you're a big fan, it's been one of your favorite maps for many reasons. One of them, I really enjoyed the missions over there, just because it was kind of neat. It was our first look at a lodge. But like, I've been around this game for a while, so we got the Canada Goose that have landed over on Yukon, and that's kind of nice to join the foul over there. So that's kind of cool. I'd like to see how that pans out. Mallards over on New Zealand, which is also a nice addition, and as there has been requested of some form of waterfowl on that map. We got pronghorn over in Mexico at Rancho del Arroyo, which is a pretty cool addition. I would like to see how they hunt over there. They're one of my favorites on SRP. Great moneymaker and a great way to grind up some XP on SRP. Let's see how it pans out on Old Rancho. Green-winged teal have made it to Mississippi Acres, which man, I'll tell you, I was here for the Mississippi launch. I was with the company. It was the first reserve. I joined right after Rancho, and I was part of all that when that gorgeous map landed. And one of the big requests was to get some waterfowl there. So this is our first iteration. We got the green-winged teal to join us, which is pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. Okay, I know I'm missing chat right now. I'm sorry. Let me get back to it. So yeah, guys, have fun with all that. It's going to change the face of a lot of the reserves. I highly suggest that you get out and take a look and see how it affects the hunt, how it changes the hunt, how it adds to the hunt. And, you know, maps that maybe you had a bit of an interest before might have even a renewed interest now. So let us know in the feedback channels in Discord what you think and what animals you'd like to see perhaps in the future if there's more of this backfilling and where you think they would be a good fit. Do keep in mind, we are community driven. And if you can make these suggestions and upvote on others, it helps us a lot when we go through and peruse these channels. And we will be switching that over to forums here soon. Okay, there's been some animal remastering, as many of you have known, and it's pretty dang cool. If you haven't had a chance to check out the new floof, as I affectionately call it, it's really made a difference on some of these animals. So, of course, the red fox, I think that's our biggest change. It looks so good, right down to the overlap on the canines. It just, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. Big props to our artist. I think it is one of the nicest remasters. Hello, I see you up there. Look at you. You just want your limelight. And of course, the moose. Not only did we get the new Great One moose, and that was from the community's request, because holy, it was overwhelming. But they had a remaster. They look so much better with their fur. But wait, there's more. It doesn't stop there. They also had a rework on their audio, and I'd like to take a moment and as a moose hunter, okay, I've been hunting moose for years. I'm not going to say that I complained previously because I just enjoyed what I had. But kudos, good job. I'm telling you, the calls now, the warding, the everything about the moose is 10 times better in this humble hunter's opinion. And I would love your feedback on that. Before we move on, what do you guys think of the moose? for those of you that have either watched the streams or watched your favorite creators over the early access weekend, or have had a chance to get into the map and to take a few yourself, what do you think? Man, they are awesome. You love it. There's no greater canoe, unfortunately, here. The moose are amazing. The sounds, awesome. I really today I want to get feedback from you guys. So, don't be shy. It's something I can take notes right now and go over after the fact. I've got my pen. I'm doing the old analog thing. Do people still write these days? But yeah, very good. Nice, Balrog. Good to see you, bro. They're super happy. Love the moose. Moose are 10 of 10. I knew you guys were going to like it. I did. When I heard that they were doing this, I'm like, oh my goodness, like that will knock it out of the park. Man, if we see this on Animals to Come, oh, it's very, very cool. Whitetail got some love as well. Go and check them out. I think that there's big improvements there. I haven't spent a ton of time on whitetail, but you absolutely will come across them here on New England mountains, especially if you're a grinder and you're looking for, to triple down on a great one grind spot. This is the map. There are a lot of zones to discover and manipulate to set it up how you want, but seeing the overlap with where you're going to find your moose and your whitetail and even the bears, I know the community is going to run with this, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. There is new weapon customization in the game, arguably one of the biggest additions to come to the game, and let's go and take a look at that right now. I saw a little bit of confusion this morning from a few of our members, and I'm sure by now a lot of you have figured it out. But for those of you that maybe haven't had a chance to download yet, maybe you're at work and you're watching, please don't get in trouble. Maybe you're at school and you're watching. I teach. Don't get in trouble. Don't get sent to the office. Just low key, my friends. Disclaimer: we don't want you getting in trouble to be here watching this stream. But if you haven't had a chance to play with this, let me just go into detail and show you what's happening. Now, with this, you're going to see two optional packs. One of them is free, the Scout pack, and one of them is a small DLC paid pack, the Veteran pack. I think it's like $3, $3.50, depending on where you're at. Now, with these, you do have more options, but they're not necessary. Although Scout, get that, it's free. But there is a ton of free skins that are in here, and skins that come with the actual maps themselves, which I think is pretty cool. So we know we can expect more skins in the future. So to get to them, you can't do it in the store. You have to go to your storage. You pick a weapon and you hit the C for customize on PC. What you'll notice, because I'm actually not sure, can one of our console players just throw in chat what the actual button is on Xbox and PlayStation specific? I'm not on that right now, but you'll find it at the bottom labeled down here. Look for the customize. It will tell you what to go with, okay? So we highlight it, we hit C, it brings us in. It's going to populate everything you have here, okay? Everything that is in here, and you can break it up if you want a better look like this, going through the sprays, the paints, checking it all out. It's straightforward. And you can preview everything simply by pulling it and putting it where you want it. Okay? Triangle for PlayStation, Y for Xbox. You guys are legends. Thank you. And there it is. So it is easily accessible, but if you don't know where it is, it's easy to miss. So once you get in, you can play with it. You can preview it. As a content creator, I greatly appreciate this screen right here. But that's selfish reasons. As a player, I think it's pretty dang cool because we can see what we want. You aren't charged any in-game credits until you decide what you like. Now, I quite like that. If I wanted to buy it, I would go to apply, bam. It would then be on the gun so I could run around out there. You can change this as often as you like with so many different varieties and variations. But I mean, the possibilities are endless. I almost feel like we need a channel in Discord just to show these off. But for now, let's just put them into, let's say, the trophy lodge, the trophy gallery, so that we can discuss them and see. I want to see what people's favorite setups are. It's pretty dang cool, man. Do the engravings carving details still show up after the customization? Yes, they do. And let me show you. I'll grab actually one of my absolute favorites is the Sunberg 454. It was the community gift that went out. I just think this is such a sharp looking weapon. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I haven't seen this on this screen yet. And wow, especially with that lighting. Holy. So as you can see by putting it on, you can still see the engraving. Some show through better than others, and you need to take that into account. Some of it can get a little hidden if you wanted to. Oh, some don't fit on there. Right, so you can still see it. And certain ones have the different RGB quadrants. So like this one only has the 2, but is it, let's see, is it, actually I can use this guy right here as a good example, right? So I think this one's a great example of how, you know, some of it's laid out differently and how you want to go about it, right? So some of these colors may make it stand out more or may not, actually, by the looks of it. That would be a nice addition down the line to have the engravings come up as separate, right? But point in case, you can still see it. You don't even have to add all those. You can get real creative with the native as well. Right on, Hunted Fish, and welcome, man. Great to have you with us. If it's purchased, does that apply across all weapons, or is it a one-time purchase? It is a one-time purchase per weapon. So, you know, okay, my money is low because this account was a restart. I hit the restart way too often. I like the grind. That's me personally, so I tend to do that. But once you've been playing for a while, money doesn't become an issue. This is to give you something to spend that on as well, right? It's relatively inexpensive, unless you're really, really picky. You keep changing it. You know? Oh, man. Ready to finally play the map? Get after it, Magnus. Right on. The update is out now. Flaming Tiger, it landed this morning in the wee hours in North America. It was around 10 or 11 in European time, so Central Eastern, in Sweden time. Let's go with that. Can you put on a suppressor? No, we do not have suppressors. So we do not. Like the 274, get after it. Yep, you can do it for all of them. You made the 243 look like your IRL deer gun. Nice. I tried doing the same with the Eckers. I use a 30-06. I'm great, CJO. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Welcome, dude. Finally got my first gray one whitetail last week. Awesome. Right on. Nice. Hey, congrats. Make sure you share that in the Discord. I love to see it. Now, there are some great looking weapons already in game. I highly recommend you get in and play with them because they all come out looking a little bit different. They've all got different options, different possibilities. Some of them I don't even want to mess with the Predator. It's one of the best looking weapons already. But you can. You can make it your own. So this is a really big addition to the game. And, you know, once again, all these skins, the majority of them, so you're getting, is it 2 skins per map? There's also the Scout Pack, which is free. There is the Veterans Pack, which is a small DLC. And this opens the door as we get new maps, as we get new reserves, that we'll see more skins come to the game. And if there's enough requests, maybe we can even get standalone skins, special limited skins, maybe. The possibilities are endless. And a lot of this comes down to you, my friends, and what you think. So once again, utilize the Discord. It is such a fantastic tool to communicate between the development of the game and the people that are actually experiencing this, you, the players, our community. It's fantastic. So if you're not part of it, make sure to get in there. Any plans to add an M134 for herd hunting? I could neither confirm nor deny. That'd be pretty cool. If you find bugs, report it and it's done. Yes, absolutely. As Jared says, if you do have any issues, look, we don't we don't hold our head in the clouds. We understand this is a game, and like with all games, when a game hits a live service, things can unforeseens can happen, and it's our goal to resolve these things. Some take time, but I promise you, our team gets on it. Our QA is they're incredible. The responses from them, Matt, if you're watching, you are a scholar and a gentleman. And my job would be much more difficult if it wasn't for you, my friend. Even this morning, it's the end of his day, and everything I'm seeing as I see things, not with one mention, but as I see things where there's a number of mentions on it, I'm taking it to him, and we don't even have a report. And normally they need a report, and he's looking into these things. Our good friend Johnny Crow, if you're here, brother, I sent you a message. I saw the issue you had. It seems to be a standalone. I haven't found that anywhere else, but that doesn't diminish it. We're doing our best to help where we can. So get back to me in those DMs if you can, kind sir. Why did Pronghorn drink with Bobcat? It's the drink times in which they're ending up at the lakes. Yeah, could create a bit of a challenge there, couldn't it? But they're not side by side at all lakes, and so that would mean that there are some spots that you may want to go and explore. Do keep in mind that bringing animals to a reserve. This is a challenge. Let's talk about that for 1 sec. This is a challenge with bringing animals to a game. You want a bit of a cohesion across other reserves. As you can see, some of the different need zone times have started to align. But when you bring an animal to a reserve, you also don't want to disrupt everybody's hunt, right? We have to consider that people love individual and certain maps, and by bringing new game and backfilling, this creates challenges, and the challenge is not to disrupt those hunts. So as new things are added, there's a lot of considerations, and there's more than just what other animals are there. It's also looking at the overall picture of these home ranges and how each individual need zone is affected and where the animals fit in. We also don't want to make something completely unrealistic. If certain animals are nocturnal, we're not going to have them, being super active during the day, and vice versa. So there's only so much that can be fit in there. Pronghorn, great addition to Rancho. Yes, as someone noticed, their drink times, there's overlap there. There is. And you're going to see that in other reserves. And, you guys are asking for this backfill. We've got our cake. We're eating it right now. But I think you get where I'm going with this. So there are challenges, right? There are challenges. So, yeah. We'll see how it all unfolds, too. Sorry, keeping late. When will this weapon launch? Which, this is live right now. And no worries. Durfine, you're welcome to be here. It's great to have you. This is live across all platforms. We were just exploring the weapon customization, taking a look at how it plays out. We were just going over some of the finer details. That's just a mess. You can make some real crazy skins here. But I wanted to touch base on how that's done, as I had seen some folks were having a little bit of confusion. So there it is. That's the weapon customization. It's a fantastic new system within the game. I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too. I want to see what you guys are doing with it. So, tag me in the Discord if you've got something you think is extra sweet. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, and hey, tag us on the platforms. Tag us on all of the socials, Twitter, on Facebook. Tag us when you guys are posting this stuff. It's great to see. All right. So the additional features, I'm going to read through this list. I'm missing so much chat. Before I read the list, let me just scan through and see if I miss anything. Well done to the team for making an incredible update happen. Thank you, CJO. Does anyone know how to change your field of view on Xbox? I'm not on Xbox, but I know that there was some slider action happening. We're going to get to some of that for depth of field, right? That's the thing. AEW with Jaxie, next generation console. What? Oh, buy Jaxie. Okay. Yes. Wow. Okay. So if everybody goes into Discord and puts this post and upvotes it, that I should be supplied with next chicken. Wow. Did I just get shut down? And the stream goes black. Unfortunately, Jaxie Beard is no longer with Expansive Worlds due to taking advantage of the community at No, I'm good. I will actually I may even get one at Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. Kids come first, right? I don't have a PSA network, so I have to. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What animals are out on the other maps again, please? We went over that at the beginning of the VOD. I will go over it again in a bit, but I got to get through this list first. but we will go back over. Did I not just go through the? We did. Yes. The update's not working for your PS4. Check your connection. Check your connection. Absolutely. There's some things that are just not in control for us. Let me touch base on that before we go any further. I've seen about 5 reports of this now, of folks that are getting hung up on a please wait stream on Steam. Okay, so I've spoken with our QA about that, and this is indicative of a network issue. This seems to be something on the Steam end, but we can offer some suggestions. First, obviously, restart your client. If you restart and you're still hung up on that screen, then you're going to want to exit out, verify your files. Okay, if neither one of those work, get into the game. Make sure you can see the DLC catalog in the game. Okay, because what's happening is you're getting hung up. It's not populating or validating all the content that's coming with it, right? That's why that's getting hung up. And as a last resort that we can offer is you can go into offline mode on Steam. Don't offline Steve, but you can go into offline mode, and that's just a setting on your Steam itself, and then launch the game, and it'll launch with all available content, and it'll show you what's missing. This is often due to a network issue, but on release days, Steam, they get overwhelmed when there's lots of games. It could be that, but we are investigating to see if there's anything else we can offer, right? Anything whatsoever. Listen to the music in the background here. It's awesome. We may have to get going on a little bit of a hunt here too. Is it raining? It is raining. Nice. I haven't seen rain here yet, and I did expect it. Okay. Is there a fix for the crashing of Xbox when entering the trophy lodges? I haven't heard of that, Derek. I'm not entirely sure. Please submit a ticket. But you can check in Discord as well if anyone else has had those issues. I've not really seen that though. The update changed my map button, my inventory button. I changed it back in settings, but it's not taking. Oh, like where it's mapped? Oh, you had it mapped somewhere else? Maybe just try a restart, my friend. Will we ever get the ability to name our trophies as possible if there's enough requests for it? Feeders and decoy. Yeah, that would be cool. Definitely need a way to filter trophies more easily. Some sort of search function. That could be a nice quality of life feature, yes. I would, I'd like to see something with the lodges, and I know the devs have had this conversation ongoing. Any chance we have a trophy lodge quality life update? I think that maybe that stuff we'll get more of a look at. There is stuff that needs to be worked out leading up to that. But again, your voice in Discord, my friends, we need it. We need it. Okay, what's going on? How can I what, Jared? What did I do? What did I do? What up, Rod? How you doing? One of our partners right there, absolute OG in the community. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Can't wait to see what you do with this map. We're missing the beaver in New England. We do need beavers in game, don't we? For a little bit of revenge, so to speak. Can we get an added multiplayer ping system so other players can see your map marker? That has been a request. That's something I'd love to see upvoted in the Discord when we get swapped over. My favorite great one by far is the moose. A close second would be the whitetail. But that's completely because those are 2 of my 3 main targets IRL. So, will each map have a weapon customizable update eventually? So all the reserves in game do have weapon skins attached to them, if that's what you're asking. And I would expect we'll see the same with that in upcoming reserves. It'd be sweet to put your trophy fish from the angle in your Colorado trophy lodge. Wow, I mean, we could have 2 completely different engines. Although it is the Apex, one's brand new and one's older, so it wouldn't work, unfortunately. Kinsko, my man, what's up, brother? Good to see you, sir. Free roam camera will never make it into the game. We saw there was once a tool, and it got abused by people, as you can fly around and spot things too easy. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Due to the fact that the game is so centered around these incredible trophies, it has such a change on things. Okay, we're going to wander up towards this outpost. This is one of my favorite runs, and you'll soon see why. It's because if you haven't been here yet, enjoy, my friends, especially as you pass these little lakes on your way up. Stop and check them out. Check them out. But this is we're just going to walk while we talk here. I absolutely love this part of the map. Not as much as the waterways. Oh, my goodness. I created a Discord account, but once there in the Hunter channel, I couldn't get anything to do. Oh, you have to agree to the rules. So go into the rules. You have to agree to the rules before you will see any of the other channels. You'll still see the announcement channels and stuff. Any other further problems, reach out to any of the moderators, and they can help get you sorted. Just exploring the map, found a 279 diamond moose. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is the drink time updated for moose? It starts at noon now. It starts at noon on this map. I love the doc is the dad of spoilers. I know, right? It's really cool. Let me know what you guys think of the missions on this map. I've been getting some pretty cool feedback on that. Do we do giveaways today? No giveaways today. C1, not right on the heels of a release. They're just a lot of the codes that we have. They go out to press and to our influencers, and we just don't have anything available. In fact, there's been so much interest in this update, and so much has gone out. I didn't even have a code for the veteran pack. Like, I just went and bought it. I don't mind. I heard it supports the developers or something. So yeah. No giveaways today, my friend. Right on, Kinsko. Right on, brother. Can't wait to see what you do with this, my friend. Great to have you back with us too, by the way, bro. I know you're juggling a lot these days, but really, really great to see the involvement from you, my friend. Does the dog actually scare the animals? The dog does have a threat box. The dog has a threat box and will only scare really small animals. Up to what size? That's for you to find out. I can neither confirm nor deny. It is, right, Maryism? It is. What happened there? Listen, what's going on? 1,000 hours of progress was deleted because of this update. You've had a file corrupt? Is that what's happened? So I would get into the support channel in Discord, so we can hopefully try and help. I'm not a support guy. I'm not a QA guy, but we do have one of our mods in there who's actually pretty freaking incredible. And I peruse that and pass a lot of things onto our QA to try and action on it. But yeah, I don't know what. No, we're not overloaded with reports. There hasn't been. Honestly, this is for the most part been a pretty smooth release. I'm very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. So we'll have hopefully get a known issues list once the smoke clears, and get that updated, right? Because I don't know that it's been updated in a little bit, but we'll see what's happening with that. Okay, so additional features. The majestic moose is now present as one of the extremely rare great ones. Yeah, I think we know that. Oh, and let me tell you about that as well. So I've learned more about it. And I'm trying to learn more. But we've shown off a lot of the extremely rare skins for the Great One Moose. You will actually see the Great One Moose with common fur varieties. And there is a chance that you're not going to see them. It's not going to be like the black bear where they're all running around in these different fur varieties. So that's kind of crazy. I learned that and went, oh my goodness. So it's even more fur varieties, because there is a chance you will see them in any of the fur varieties that the moose currently have, which just really kind of adds to how many you need to collect. So if you've missed the different varieties that will be available for the moose, I highly recommend going back and checking out our last two streams. Someone gave me dev controls, and I may have had way too much fun with it, but we got a really up close and personal look at what to expect. I love this right here. And let me tell you why. These are old slashes. These are old, like, loggings happened here by the growth of the trees quite some time ago. We're easily 20 plus. Well, there's little trees here. If they're indicative of it, that would only be about a 7 to 10 year growth. But I get that a lot where I hunt. I appreciate that. Coming out of that outpost and making the ascent along this route, you start to move through some of those areas. I like those little touches, man. I absolutely like those little touches. But listen, if you've had a corrupt file, if you're on Steam, first, if you're on PC, always make copies, as I'm sure you've learned in other games. You always want to make copies. Steam Cloud, we've seen some issues with it, absolutely. If you're on console, I don't know a whole lot about the consoles, but yeah, man. Jump into Discord and let's see if there's anything for you, dude. Oh my goodness. You're lucky to get a common. Well, the commons will be more common. They will. It was kind of interesting to learn. So we'll see how that turns out. Got my first diamond 3 weeks ago. It was a moose. Nice, nice, very nice. There's not new ones for the black bear. No, they came with the black bear on the black bear release. So that that was something. Oh goodness, Oily, I feel you, man. When you get a moose up close and personal, when you hear their sounds when they're grazing, it's insane. I'd love for that to get in the game. I really would. It's quite different. You will notice, and we'll go through the bug fixes here shortly. You will notice that oh my God, time is flying. There's too much to cover. The dog did get a fix on that, so that was really good. There's also another fix for dog. But let's get through this. I need to get through this. I'm going to go on a walk because it's not about me hunting here. It's about going over this update. Okay, we've implemented aggressive behavior for the moose. Okay, moose got a ton of love. They got the new behavior. They got the moose audio. There's new aggression calls. There's new calls. Check it all out, man. It's really surprising how much love they got. I love it. There's a new design that has been implemented for the need zone information box on the map, which will now display multiple animals and schedules. So that's pretty cool. I haven't looked into that too much myself, but hey, any additional UI is appreciated. Thank you, team. I appreciate that very, very much. The harvest screen has been updated with the preview mode. One of my favorite new additions. I think it's really nice, and it's going to stop me from accidentally backing out of it, which cost a lot of people those beautiful screenshots when they want to share. So there's more than just the visual. That was a low-key change. The team had seen the frustrations, and they added that in there. So kudos to you, team. It's those little quality of life things that I know are greatly appreciated. Big time. There is the new multi-mount, and I'm surprised so many have not been posting it yet. It's pretty cool. It's for the moose and the bobwhite quails. Yeah. Music to my ears. Go and check it out. Let's get the screenshots rolling. It's pretty cool. I've avoided it. Didn't want to give quite everything away, and I thought it'll be fun to see the reactions on it. So let me know, because these multi mounts. There's really, I feel a possibility for some really cool stuff there. So give us your feedback on that, my friends. Button props are now properly shown when placing portable structures. There's a new depth of field toggle in the graphic settings on the PC client. We've added the ability to place and remove waypoints through your binos, as well as a match your key binding settings. So you should be able to move that around. There's new key binding settings for zooming in and zooming out on the scope binos as well. Just little quality of life additions that really, it's pretty good. You can't find the patch notes and bug fixes to read yourself. It's on the website, the callofthewild.thehunter.com / the Granite update out now, if you want to type it in longhand. Or just go to callofthewild.thehunter.com. Check it out. It's a good place to keep all your info up to date. We're maintaining this website, and it's got all the info, all the stuffs, all the things. And the team has put a lot of love into it, so keep that updated. Okay, bug fixes. It's a list. It's a list. These are the ones we got in the patch notes here. So, brought new stability improvements on Xbox. I'm sure Xbox friends will be quite happy with that. This should help with, there were some random crashes that were still happening, and this is always a big focus for the team. So, I hope that helps, my friends. Fixed the common crash on PS4 when skipping into cutscenes wholly loud and entering the main menu. We fixed an issue on console where vegetation appears dithered, where players viewed it from a short distance. And those little changes should help. Fixed an issue with the glass lens that was visible through some scopes, sights, and binoculars. The rename prompt won't appear in the kennel screen anymore if the player does not own a dog. That wasn't happening to everybody, but nice little fix. Remove the drop-down menus, price and buy, and name dog prompts from the kennel screen. As you can see, the dog got some love here. And, everything tries to get improved over time, right? Oh, everything moving around me. We're teeming with life. The boomstick perk will now only work with double-barreled shotguns. That's a change. You're going to want to see how that affects you. Fix some instances where animals teleported while drinking in Silver Ridge Peaks. we've improved that. I have seen that still little bits here and there, and we're continuing to work on that. The Hunter main indicators won't appear anymore when players are in the trophy lodge. Fix an issue that would cause the hammer of the Colt 45 guns to automatically get cocked when manual chambering was on. Just a nice little quality of life visual feature there. Fix an issue allowing players to run into the lake in Rotanui. Man, why do I have such a hard time pronouncing everything in New Zealand? In New Zealand, you can't go scuba diving. Let's just put that there. No more scuba diving in Call of the Wild. Fixed an issue for the M1 with the Gen 0 night vision, where the scope's reticle was overlapping when aiming and shooting. So it's nice to see that fix. I did notice that one myself. So those are the ones that are listed. I think there was a couple low key that may not have made it in there. Little things that probably won't be noticed. It's our goal to get everything as smooth and as fleshed out as possible. Like with every game, things happen, and it's just there's no way around it. When it hits the live, things pop up that weren't there through testing. So if you do happen to come across anything, please help us all out, community included, and submit a ticket and let us know in the Discord. And we will do our best to action on this. I did notice, I didn't see on this list, I know that the Hope Mission 8 got some love. I know there was a hang up on that one there. Some of the missions got a little bit. I'll try and get some more info on that for our next stream. But with this, there is a discussion to be had. As many of you have known, there was 3 population resets. Now, one of them is quite obvious. The Moose needed a population reset because the new Great One made an appearance, and I think we all saw that coming. The Iberian Mouflon got a reset. There was some back-end work done to them that required a reset. And the mountain lions in Silver Ridge Peaks, there was some work done on those. They also had a drink time change to 3 in the morning. So, yeah. There's Scuba Lake and Hirsch and Parquet as well. Please report those around me. Thank you very much, my man. Going to make a note on that as well, but we're going to need locations, and a lot of these things you would think that others are reporting, but we don't get tickets for a lot of stuff that I see you guys talking about, and it just goes into the ether if we can't action on it, if we don't have a way to track it, and the team needs to be able to get info on these things. As you know, it's a massive game, and although our QA is all over it, it's hard to track certain things. I will put this out there. We are aware of this. This right here, I discovered this during the beta testing, but there were more important things at the time to work on, so this will see some love in the future. It's really only on the top of this mountain range. It's really only here that we've been able to find it, but just so you're aware, we are aware. Okay, so the drink times that were changed are as such. The Eurasian Lynx on Medved are now drinking from 3 till 6. And Bighorn Sheep on Rancho from 11 till 1400. And we've got the Mountain Lions in Silver Ridge, as I mentioned, are drinking. Sorry, it starts at midnight and goes until 3. And my friends, you're fully up to date. We managed to get through it. My goodness, I've been trying to get through those patch notes. But there's been a lot to talk about. We've got 12 minutes left to go, man. Great one board for the next great one. Man, I would love to see. Maybe we need to run some more polls on YouTube. On the community channel. Again, even if you're on Twitch, make sure you're following over there. We can maybe run some polls and get some community opinion. Of course, you must realize by now that things don't just happen overnight. And as we have a new great one here, if there were a new great one to come, I can neither confirm or deny. Okay, that there's a very good chance that that's already in motion. So, and as are a lot of things, they're not just spur of the moment decisions in something like a game development. So, seeing what's popular, it lets us, move forward with this knowledge of what our players want. So again, that's what our feedback channel and Discord's for. But yeah, maybe we put a few more polls up over on YouTube. I might be able to fancy a few together there and just see what's happening. It is almost familiar, right? I'm almost familiar with it. I almost forget to point out some of the... Oh, did you hear that new call? That is music to my ears. Absolute music to my ears. I told you to check out these lakes when you're up here, and I'm not even joking. Hey, this is such a great spot. The diversity of this map, from down to the water in the valley to the tippy top of the mountains. You need to check this out. Oh man, yes, that did get missed in the patch. Oh my god, I have my volume up so loud so you guys can hear everything. It just makes you want to shoot them. You know, there's a harvest in your future. I'm coming back for him. So let me tell you, and I've seen this firsthand. There is a challenge. I saw that. He was literally right there. There is a challenge. The devs keep notes of all the changes. And it's an ongoing list, and then it comes to the marketing team, and then these things get put out. Look at him flying over there and just doing his thing. And then the marketing team translates this into a readable version for you guys. And sometimes there's last minute changes, sometimes there's additions that don't make it into that process. So I like to try and fill in that when we're here live on these streams as I learn it. That was one that didn't make it. And we'll see if we can get that added in on there. Can you see New York City from the peaks on this map? Man, that would be cool, Rookie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good chance next great one on Hirsch. With 3 great ones on Leighton. Watch out, Moose Angry. Oh man, the aggressive Moose behavior is pretty cool. Now, what can you expect? I'm glad you prompted me on that, because I had a discussion with one of our creators about this. And they were a little upset that the Moose weren't going aggressive and charging them, but you know, they're also hunting them from a distance. That's not going to happen. You're not going to see a Moose at 200 odd meters and above, or even 150 meters and above. Even you're you're not going to really have that kind of interaction with a Moose, because you know there's a desire to keep it somewhat realistic, right? Rip through it. I wanted to see if the penetration did it actually push all the way through. Man, I love this muzzle loader. It's still one of my favorites in games. Go pick it up. So if you want to go out and you want to play with the Moose, it's kind of I guess maybe not a good consideration. The only one that comes to mind is kind of how the lion, where if you're up close, they're going to attack you. Now, the Moose aren't quite as aggressive as that, but the Moose will absolutely attack you, or there's a chance, I should say, if you get in close on them, right? As you would expect, right? If you run a real hunt. So I just want to put that out there so that people aren't, taking shots at them from 400 meters. And hey, the game will roll a chance. You never know at 400 meters. Maybe it happens. Please tag me and let me know if it does. But I highly doubt that. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Beautiful cinnamon. I'll tell you, in my world, if I saw a cinnamon, we always buy a bear tag, but I don't take them because I don't like the meat. But if I saw cinnamon, I might consider it. Damn it, I would eat all that meat. I really would. I would eat all the meat. Even though I don't like it, I would just cut it with a lot of pork. But I would keep that trophy. They're absolutely gorgeous. That looks great. As we know, the Bears got love recently, and they look fantastic. Dude. Okay. And again, for those of you that have missed it, with this new screen, you can go in to inspect it. Thanks for some nice thumbnails. And you have to click here or hit your enter or the respective button for your platform to exit out. And you can read this all a little bit easier too. You can hit escape, but then voila. Low key, one of the best changes, because then you can see who shot it. And you're not picking up your friend's diamond that he didn't know was on the ground. Right? Big props to the team for that one. It's very cool. It's a nice addition. Right? I hope that everybody appreciates that as much as I do. I've had that happen, as I'm sure a lot of you have. You've picked up a friend's and there is no way to get out. So you take a screenshot for him so that he has it. And then you feel like a heel. So no longer will you feel like a heel. You can share properly with your friends. Or you can just straight up decide to troll them still and accept it knowingly And that's what friends are for. Because I know that's gonna happen. I know that's gonna happen. Sway, what's good, brother? How you doing, my man? Right? The Texas hard shot. It worked. I was gonna point that out. That this it's still my favorite weapon in game. What of? What of? Beautiful cinnamon, right? Beautiful cinnamon. Sorry, I absolutely love it. I love it. You know. There was a time where those weren't considered rare in game, right? That was a while ago. That was like what? Jeez, I can't even put a time frame on that. A couple years back, I want to say. They were common, were they not, back then? Yeah, love cinnamons. I think it's one of the best looking furs. I really do. That's awesome. Yes, absolutely. Wow, cinnamon, yeah. It's a rare, yep. Agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. I know. They're so good. They look so good. Well, to clear with that, allow more than one person to try and claim it, since you can back out of the crane sleep now. But you have to claim it. So, that'll actually stop some of the cheesing that was happening too, right? So, but yeah, you have to go into the screen. You have to actually physically hit enter to claim it now. If you back out, it's still there for someone else to go claim, but you will not be able to claim it at that point because you've backed out. You can't both go into it at once. So hopefully you've got some good friends that you hunt with and they don't steal your kill. Oh, he messed up a time of gray this morning. No. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, man. Is that trailer on a homage to the AT? I'm not sure, Rudy. That's a good question. Thank you, Tyrone. There's so much to put out with this update. There's so many changes and so many things to cover. And, I'm sometimes I squirrel because I see what chat's asking and I try to get through it all. But yeah, really. I hope that everybody enjoys this update, and not just the update, not just the map, not just all the features that come with it, but the new approach. Okay, this whole new way of showing things is a way to include everybody a little sooner, to be more just open right off the bat with what's coming. And I think it's a good direction, and I really like the way things have gone. It was a short time frame from when we were able to show to release. That was by design. You got your notification of the release date, and you didn't have to wait long. So no teasing as such. I really like the direction that the game is moving in here right now. It's a pleasure to be a part of all this, and I honestly I tip my hat to everybody that has been working on this and put so much love and effort into it to try and continue to better the game. I don't know what else to say. I'd love to sing them a song, but I've got nothing prepared. Do lynx scare moose now? I don't believe there was any change in their threat, but I personally, so I have nothing in the notes about that. I personally haven't tried. I haven't had any issues with the lynx around my niece while I was streaming over the weekend. So, Carney, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Those weapon skins got me thinking, color skins next. K Dizzy, brother. The door is open. The possibilities are endless. And this is shaped by you, the community. I'm not just blowing smoke. I can't begin to tell you, since I have started here, I have seen the focus, and I've tried to relay that to you folks. Get into the Discord. Use the feedback channel. Let us know what you think, what you'd like to see. You guys have already seen some ideas have made it into game. Now, there's a lot of ideas. There's no guarantees. But it's incredible to see it happen and to completely unfold as it has. And we appreciate all of that feedback. And, we appreciate our community too. Still can't get the update to work. Flaming Tiger, we're almost out of time. Jump into Discord and let's see what's going on, what platform, what's happening. Is it a network issue? What's going on? Because it should, if you're on consoles, automatically take, but make sure that you have enough room, obviously. If you're on Steam, unless it's set for scheduled, or there could be reasons. So hopefully something simple for you, sir. Oh no, I wouldn't go that far. Some guy with a beard and guns and a computer. It'd be nice to be able to have European mounts to be able to put in the lodge. Yes, it would, Maddox. That'd be fantastic. Love to see more stuff from the camps and the last reserve release. That would be cool. Question is whether animals are easier to scare now. The shot from the variant scares red deer from 250 meters. So there is some low key changes there to make it a little more authentic. I will touch base on that one. I've already seen people saying that using the 22, a lot of us used to like to use it to get them to lift their heads. Wasn't very realistic. Remember, the team is watching, and they do want to. It's not a simulator, but we want it to be authentic. So we will see little changes like that. Some of them might not always be the most popular, because I know there were folks that did rely on that. I know there's lots that didn't. But yeah, you will notice that little change. The spook distance has been changed. There's things to figure out. There's so much happening here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I am so pleased to be a part of it. Next week, my friends, I know I'm running out of time. We are holding our second annual Apex Hunter competition. We start with the qualifiers on the 13th. That is next Tuesday. It is for all platforms. It's a 2-hour stream. We're going to actually bounce around maps and use some of the shooting areas and just absolutely slay, throw guessing game after guessing game. 7 contestants, each platform. Our returning champions have the option to come and defend their titles. And this year we have something pretty special. We have headsets to give away once again from our good friends at, I believe that's been confirmed, at Steel Series. They're nice. Oh, they're nice. And we're looking to see if, I can't confirm if, I don't even think we have any merch left, but we'd like to make it as juicy as possible. But the big thing, the big thing's the headset. There's no way around that. The headset's absolutely huge. Like, as a gamer, a new headset, I could, yes, please. Yes, please. But one of the biggest bragging rights has been the badge that you get within the Discord. There's only 3 that have it. There is only 3. And so, yeah, definitely get in there. Due to the frequency of everything that is happening, we are not holding a picture competition for this one this time around, but that's something that we could do possibly at a later date and time. We want to focus this on the platforms. We are splitting this up over 2 weeks. We will be going on Tuesday next week for the qualifiers, and Xbox will be on Thursday. The following Tuesday will be PlayStation, and then PC, and the final winner announcements on that Thursday, the 22nd, I believe. We're doing this because the Angler owns Wednesday, and there's some pretty big stuff happening right now with the Angler. I've said too much, but if you haven't had a chance to check out the fishing game, it has changed immensely, and there is some huge stuff about to land, and tomorrow is a big day to talk about stuff and things. Come and join the stream. We'll be here, same channel, same time. I apologize, same bearded face, but we have some pretty special guests. We're going to go over some stuff and talk about some things, so I hope to see you all then. I've gone over. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy the Granite update. New England Mountain is live, and all the goodness that goes with it. Much love from your bearded brother to each and every one of you, and I'll see you throughout the community. Yeah, that's right. They're saying goodbye. You can't blame them. Oh my goodness, did I change this? I don't think I changed this screen. Oh, I did, thank goodness. Streamer problems. It just happens. Just in closing, it low-key makes me so happy you guys are enjoying this update with everything that it brings. Thank you for the positive vibes, my friends.